Hello folks, this is Yvette from YvetteLeBoy.com and I want to speak today about 5 myths about healing. Now, when I became work as a healer and nutritional coach and autoimmune expert, I thought everybody wanted to heal because that's what I wanted desperately. And I did all the work required to do so. Hi Flavia, thank you for joining in. Hey Kimberly, thank you for joining in. And I did all the work required to heal on all levels. To heal myself as a whole, which means on the physical, spiritual, emotional level, and energetic level. I had to jump into that dark rabbit hole to seek the healing on a deeper level after I healed my physical body. Okay? And as a practitioner, I started to see that not everyone wanted that. And I'm talking healing on a very deep level. Hi, Chelly, how are you? I'm talking about healing on a very, very deep level. You may think healing may be easy. And again, I'm talking on a very, very deep level. And if you eat the right foods and do the right thing, do what you're told, right? It sounds rational that you will be able to heal. But it's not. Healing is one of the most irrational things you will ever do. And why is that? Because healing requires forgiveness. And for many, forgiveness is not easy. People are afraid to heal on a deeper level. Because that's where they may find a lot of things that they're not ready to face because they're afraid of what they may find. So anyway, hi Tia, thank you for joining. Some people define themselves by their illness. Hi. They have redefined their lives around their illness. And the process of accepting it. Oh, well, that's cool. It just showed all the live viewers. Welcome, everybody. And I get that. I get that we have to accept that we have an illness, and we have to accept that as part of being our lives. You know, that we are ill before we can heal it. The problem is that we're not working to go beyond that illness. In fact, we are stuck in them. And that is stopping our process of healing because we believe certain myths about healing. And I'm going to cover those. There are 5 of them. And when we define ourselves in that way, what I like to call trauma or a victim mentality, and what Carolyn Mace calls woundology, we actually lose our physical and spiritual energy and open ourselves to the risks of the illness not healing. We are not meant to stay ill. You must know this. Hi, Victoria. Thank you for joining in. We are not meant to stay ill. We are supposed to move through our tragedies and challenges and to help others move through theirs. Oh, this thing is popping up that says storage full. I don't understand that. By remaining stuck in that particular space, remaining stuck in that particular space, we lose our physical and spiritual energy, like I was saying. We need to move through our tragedies, okay, and our illness and traumas and all these things. But by remaining stuck in that power of our illness or traumas, we block our own transformation. We overlook, okay? Hi Victoria. Thank you for joining in. We overlook the greatest, the gifts that are inherent in our illness and trauma, and the strength to overcome them, and the lessons we are meant to receive through them. Illness teaches us to become more passionate and wise and to grow. There are 5 central myths that make healing hard for people. Okay? Each of these myths supports the conscience of being a victim. Okay, and I say this because I have a lot of clients that are going through this, and I wanted to kind of cover this and speak about this, okay? So each supports the consciousness of being a victim and living within our traumas and within our illness or disease. And these beliefs are so powerful that they sometimes seem to be stronger than our beliefs about the possibility of healing. Now, the way to break the controlling force of a myth is to recognize that you personally believe it, and that while you may share this belief with others, it is not necessarily a fact. Then you need to work consciously to detach yourself from its influence. So, no myth releases itself from the mind without a fight, okay? And you guys know this. Anybody who has tried to achieve something in life knows this. Yet, if you really want to heal, okay, you must carry on that fight and develop thought forms to get rid of these myths that are stopping you from supporting your health and from moving forward, okay? So you need to create stronger thought forms, more positive thought forms to get rid of these myths and support your health. So the first one, hi Ryan, hi Patricia, hi George, thank you for joining in. The first one is, my life is defined by my illness or trauma. Now, this is complete BS. All of these myths are BS, by the way. Many people come to believe that their lives are only a compilation, of psychological trauma or illness. And they feel that they can do very little to heal. And they protect their past experience they project their past experience, into everything that has come to their lives. Okay? And really, this is not healthy. Okay? So they project these past experiences into everything that has come into their lives. And although this state of mind, okay, is sad, is self-limiting, and is very defeatist, some people gain great power, okay, from maintaining it because it gives them permission to lead a life of limited responsibility, okay? It allows them to lean on others for assistance, playing on their guilt, and to keep assistance from others, and not them stepping up and taking responsibility for their healing, for their illness, and for getting better. Okay, they want to depend on other people, and that's not good because you're stopping your growth, you're stopping yourself from healing. And as years go by, you become accustomed to this kind of power and self-protection. Hi Lucy, how are you? Welcome. And it is more and more difficult to change. The only way to release, hello John, how are you? Thank you for joining in. The grip of this myth is to take more responsibility for the quality of your life. For example, instead of wishing that you could lose 50 pounds, start walking, change your diet, start exercising, or just take a walk. Eliminate some of the foods in your diet that are not healthy. Do something to change your current situations. Actions speak louder than words. Okay? When you find yourself thinking, I don't know, I could have done whatever, fill in the blanks, but my illness prevented me from achieving it, then I would say take steps to fulfill that impossible goal. Stop blaming your illness for not stepping up. So what I would say to you is ask yourself these questions, okay? You need to kind of think about this. Do you compare your history of illness with others? If so, why? Why are you comparing yourself to others? Why are you comparing your healing journey to others? If you feel more wounded than someone, does that make you feel like you're more empowered because you have more going on, because you know? Think about that. Think about that. And the second myth is being healthy means being alone. Wow. This is complete BS. For many people, the fear of independence and being alone, okay, it's a fear. It's a fear of independence and being alone. And I had a conversation with somebody today about this, and they were totally honest with me. And this is why I wanted to do this talk, because I was thinking about this, and I was like, I need to put this out there. So the fear of independence of illness lies at the core of their inability to heal. So some believe that once they are healed, they will always be healthy and their emotional and psychological support system will disappear. That's not true. Hello, Lawrence. Thank you for joining in. Yes, absolutely, Ryan. He says, I agree. It's about taking initiative and responsibility for your own healing and well-being. Absolutely. 100% I agree with you, Ryan. So the truth is that whether we are healed or in the process of healing, we will always need loving friends and family, a community based not just on illness or neediness, but also on shared interests and emotional nurturing. Hello, Ruby. Long time no see. Hello, George. Primo. The requirements for healing, okay? They're tough. It's tough to heal your body. I know because I went through it, okay? And they may demand you to let go of old friends and others from your life that are not aligned with your core values. And it's not an easy thing to do, folks. I did it. I had to do it. I was desperate to heal, okay? And I did it. I made a lot of radical changes in my life to heal myself. So keep in mind that in order to move forward and heal, we had to let things go. Okay, we have to live in the now and leave the past behind us if you want to heal. Loneliness and friendship can play a role in your healing at different times. And the people who love you, excuse me, my eye is itchy, are going to be there for you regardless, no matter what, to support you and help you in your healing journey. So don't think, don't believe these myths because they're not true. So I invite you to ask yourself, are you afraid that if you heal, your support group will abandon you or be less sympathetic to you? Because that's not true. People who love you and support you will always be there for you. When you picture yourself as being healed, do you see yourself alone? And do you see illness as a means of bonding with other people? And does that mean that healing will separate you from these people who are now in your life? Hi, Marissa. Thank you for joining in. And also, the next myth is feeling pain means being destroyed by pain, which is not true. And I tell you something, folks. Often, pain, the sign of pain, Lucy says, life is about loving yourself and letting go of the pain I was holding inside. I forgive those who... Yes, absolutely, Lucy. Absolutely. Absolutely. So often pain is a sign of the presence of illness, either emotional or physical. But pain is also a teacher, pointing out an area that is begging for repair. And drugging the pain, okay, like a lot of people do, and a lot of times they give us all this medication, it's just putting a Band-Aid over the pain. Okay, it's not healing you. Okay, it can mislead us into thinking also that we're actually healed when we're not, because we're kind of we're literally medicating it. So that's not true healing. Okay, so instead of immediately medicating the pain, and medicating ourselves, we should examine why we have pain. And is this a pattern of something physical, emotional, spiritual type of pain? And one way is to study yourself. Take a look at yourself. Pay attention at your thoughts. Okay, I want you to pay attention at the many thoughts and attitudes that you hold. Okay, that you hold about yourself that are painful. Write them down so that you can see them clearly. And you can recognize the physical damage that they're doing to your body. Because when we have these negative self-defeatist thoughts, it can affect us on a deeper level. Okay? So you may come to realize that you dwell on painful images, okay? And you may think that you don't, but it may be that deep down inside that's what you're doing. And that the pain and beliefs about your life, this is all BS. It really is. It's all bullshit. And it's not true. You created this myth. And it may even become possible for you to understand that the pain as a spiritual challenge that has come to your life to make you stronger and to learn a lesson and to grow from it. Because we need to grow on a spiritual level. And sometimes illness comes for that so that we can grow as people. So what I invite you to ask yourself about this myth is, have you ever learned anything from physical pain? If so, what? What have you learned from physical pain, emotional pain? Okay? What lessons have you learned? And has it made you a better person? Have you grown from that? Because I know I have grown from the emotional and physical pain that I've been through in my life. It helped me to grow and become the person I am today, to be able to go out there and do the work that I do today, to pour my wisdom into other people. So I ask you, so to cope with pain, are you more likely to take medication or use meditation or other natural forms of pain management? Okay? The fourth myth I want to talk about is illness is a result of negativity. And I've actually have clients who have said this to me, that the reason why they're sick is because they've been such a negative person, that they were a bad person, that they did all these bad things. Complete BS. Stop staying stuck in that spot. Okay? Our thoughts are powerful influence on our health, our mind, and our bodies. And digging deeper into our inner selves is essential to the healing process. Yet negative patterns are not always the root of our illness. So you got to remember that. Sometimes that may not be the root of your illness. It could be something else. And a failure to heal should not always be blamed. Hi, Neil. Hi, Francis. Thank you for joining. And what was I saying? A failure to heal should not always be blamed on a negative past experience or negative beliefs that we bury deep inside in our unconscious mind. You know, sometimes it just is that. And sometimes it could be that you need to dig deeper. I feel that with autoimmune diseases, we do need to dig deeper, because an autoimmune disease is a disease where the body attacks itself. And when we're constantly attacking ourselves, that affects our cells, that affects our DNA, and it comes into fruition into our life, into our physical life. So I invite you, okay, to think that healing would be better served by investigating our past for positive patterns as well as negative ones. Don't concentrate on just the negative, okay? We want to get out of that spot. We don't want to stay in that space. So, and I invite you to ask yourself this: are you always searching for what you did wrong to deserve this illness? And do you find